Kanye West and Bianca Censori just set the Grammys red carpet on fire. Literally. Censori's barely there outfit left little to the imagination and had security on high alert. But was their daring display too hot for the Grammys to handle? Rumors are swirling that the controversial couple got the boot from music's biggest night. We've got the inside scoop on what really went down and why Kanye's latest antics might be his wildest yet. The Grammys red carpet is no stranger to jaw-dropping moments, but Kanye West and Bianca Censori just took things to a whole new level of shock and awe. As the power couple arrived fashionably late, all eyes were already on them, but nobody was prepared for what happened next. In a move that left onlookers gasping, Bianca dramatically dropped her coat, revealing an outfit that can only be described as barely there. And when we say barely there, we mean it. The cameras went into overdrive, flashing at a dizzying pace as security guards rushed to cover her up. It was a scene straight out of a paparazzi's wildest dreams. Or nightmares, depending on who you ask. But here's the kicker. This wasn't just some spontaneous wardrobe malfunction. An insider close to the couple spilled the tea, revealing that Kanye had been planning this stunt for weeks. That's right, folks. While other celebs were fretting over designer gowns and custom suits, he was masterminding his latest controversy. As the chaos unfolded, rumors started flying faster than those security guards. Word on the street was that the couple had been escorted out of the event. Their Grammy dreams dashed before the first award was even handed out. But what really went down after their red carpet shocker? We've got the inside scoop, and let me tell you, it's juicier than a peach in Georgia. Turns out Kanye and Bianca weren't given the boot, at least not right away. Sources say they were ushered into a private room for a heated discussion with Grammy officials. Picture it. Kanye, defiant as ever, facing off against a room full of suits who were probably wishing they'd called in sick that day. The debate raged on for what felt like hours. Would they stay? Would they go? The tension was so thick you could cut it with one of those pointy Grammy trophies. In the end, a compromise was reached. Kanye and Bianca were allowed to stay, but only if Bianca agreed to cover up with something a little more substantial. But don't think for a second that this was the end of their antics. Oh no, dear viewers. This was just the beginning. Throughout the night, Kanye and Bianca continued to push boundaries, testing the patience of event organizers and fellow celebs alike. From impromptu speeches during commercial breaks to attempting to storm the stage, again, it was clear that Ye was on a mission to make this Grammy Night one for the history books. As the dust settled on Kanye's latest stunt, the music world was left reeling. Some praised the couple for their boldness, calling it a statement on artistic freedom. Others condemned it as a desperate cry for attention. But love it or hate it, you can't deny that Kanye and Bianca know how to get people talking. While Kanye and Bianca were busy setting the red carpet ablaze, another fashion rebel was quietly making waves of his own. Enter Jaden Smith, the young star who's never been one to play it safe when it comes to style. But even the most daring fashion critics weren't prepared for what he had in store. A massive black structure perched atop Jaden's head, complete with a face-sized opening that looked like it belonged in a medieval fortress. This wasn't just any accessory. It was a full-blown architectural marvel. As Jaden strode down the red carpet, all eyes shifted from Kanye's controversy to this towering fashion statement. It was as if someone had plucked a castle straight out of a fairy tale and plopped it onto the head of one of Hollywood's most enigmatic stars. The reactions were instant and intense. Social media exploded with memes faster than you can say drawbridge. Some fans praised Jaden's boldness, calling it a work of art. Others, well, let's just say they weren't as kind. One Twitter user quipped, "Is Jaden Smith auditioning for the next Batman villain? Or did he just forget to take off his Halloween costume? Ouch." But here's where things get interesting. As the night wore on, Jaden's hat became more than just a fashion statement. It was a social media sensation, a meme factory, and a major pain for anyone unfortunate enough to be seated behind him. Imagine dropping a small fortune on Grammy tickets, only to find yourself staring at the back of a castle all night. Talk about a royal pain. Yet, amidst all the chaos and laughter, a deeper conversation was brewing. What was Jaden really trying to say with this over-the-top headpiece? Was it a commentary on the larger-than-life personas of the music industry? A nod to the idea that our minds are our own kingdoms? Or was it simply a case of go big or go home? As the buzz around Jaden's hat grew, fellow celebs found themselves caught in its orbit. Some tried to maintain their composure as they navigated around the architectural headpiece during red carpet interviews. Others couldn't resist the urge to snap selfies with the castle-crowned Smith. It was clear that Jaden had accomplished what every artist dreams of. He'd created something that demanded attention and sparked conversation. But let's not forget, this is the Grammys we're talking about. Where one outrageous fashion choice ends, another begins. And as the night progressed, whispers began to circulate about what other stars might have up their sleeves, or on their heads, for future award shows. Would we see a skyscraper-inspired headpiece next year? A replica of the Eiffel Tower, perhaps? One thing's for sure. Jaden Smith just raised the bar for Grammy fashion. He took a risk, and whether you loved it or hated it, you couldn't ignore it. In a world where standing out is everything, Jaden found a way to tower above the rest, quite literally. Just when we thought Jaden Smith's castle hat had stolen the show, Lady Gaga proved that sometimes the most powerful statement doesn't need a towering headpiece. While everyone was busy gawking at architectural fashion, Gaga was quietly setting the stage for a revolution that would make even the boldest designers do a double take. As the pop icon took to the stage to accept her award, the audience expected her usual flair. But Gaga had something else up her sequined sleeve. Instead of a typical acceptance speech filled with thank yous and tears, she launched into an impassioned plea for trans rights that left the star-studded crowd in stunned silence. The room fell quiet as Gaga's voice rang out, clear and unwavering. "Trans people aren't invisible," she declared, her words cutting through the glitz and glamour like a knife. "Let's lift up the queer community." It wasn't just a statement. It was a battle cry. As Gaga spoke, cameras panned across the audience, catching a mix of reactions. Some stars nodded in fierce agreement, while others shifted uncomfortably in their seats. This wasn't your typical Grammy moment, and everyone knew it. But Gaga wasn't done. She called out recent political moves targeting the LGBTQ+ community, her voice growing stronger with each word. It was clear that this wasn't just a spur-of-the-moment decision. Gaga had come prepared for war, and she was using music's biggest night as her battlefield. Backstage, the drama continued to unfold. Gaga, still fired up from her speech, elaborated on her motivations to speak out. "Now is the time to support them," she said, her eyes blazing with determination. "Love in music and society is what we need right now." As word of Gaga's speech spread, social media exploded. LGBTQ+ organizations and celebrities rushed to praise her for using her platform to advocate for trans rights during such a high-profile event. A$AP Rocky. Within minutes, #Gaga for trans rights was trending worldwide. But not everyone was thrilled with Gaga's political stand. Whispers began to circulate about potential backlash. Would this bold move cost her future opportunities? Would conservative fans turn their backs on the pop star? While Lady Gaga's powerful speech had everyone talking, another Grammy moment was about to remind us that sometimes the quietest voices carry the most weight. As the red carpet buzz reached fever pitch, R&B legend Babyface stepped up for what should have been a routine interview. With 12 Grammys under his belt and decades of industry experience, you'd think he'd be treated like royalty. But what happened next left fans fuming and raised some serious questions about respect in the music biz. Babyface, cool as ever, starts sharing his wisdom with the interviewers. He's mid-sentence, probably dropping some serious industry knowledge, when suddenly the reporters spot rising star Chappelle Roan. In the blink of an eye, they cut Babyface off, leaving the icon hanging as they rush to chat up the newcomer. Talk about awkward. Now, most of us would be pretty ticked off if we got snubbed like that, but Babyface? He handled it like the pro he is. Instead of throwing a fit or storming off, he kept his cool. "It's all love," he said later, proving that class never goes out of style. The best part of the night was reconnecting with old friends, meeting new artists, and feeling all the love in the room. That's what I'll remember. That's what it's really about. But while Babyface took the high road, social media was having none of it. Fans went into full-on rage mode, calling out the interviewers for disrespecting a music legend. The backlash was so intense that reporter Christofaria had to issue an apology, blaming the chaotic nature of the red carpet for the faux pas. But was it really just an honest mistake or a sign of something deeper? Still, you can't help but wonder. In a world obsessed with the next big thing, can legends like Babyface continue to thrive? The Grammys red carpet incident might seem small, but it's got industry insiders buzzing about the future of music. Will we see a return to valuing craft over clout? Or are we headed for a future where viral fame trumps all? As the dust settled on a night of jaw-dropping moments, Beyonce stepped up to claim her crown. Queen Bey snagged Album of the Year, finally breaking her curse in the category after nearly 100 nominations. It was a sweet victory that had fans cheering and critics eating their words. But let's be real. The real winners were us, the viewers at home. We got front row seats to a night of fashion chaos, political statements, and awkward snubs that'll go down in Grammy history. So what wild moments will next year's show bring? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure. In the world of music's biggest night, expect the unexpected. And hey, if you thought this was juicy, just wait till you see what we've got coming up next. Trust us, you won't want to miss it.